Welcome back, guys. Today topic is import requisitions. So I think you heard about some of the tools which we are going to use to push the data into cloud. For example, let's say you are using EBS system or you are using some any legacy system. So if you want to bring the open requisitions from old system to new system or legacy system to what you called your cloud system, because going forward we are going to decommission that and we are going to use the cloud system for your business. Let's say that is the scenario. So during that time what you have to do is we're going to use the tool like interface or interface we are going to use. So with the help of that we are going to bring the data from legacy to here. So there are two ways actually. So there are two ways. So one is like manually extracting the open requisitions from legacy system. So extract all the data and prepare your spreadsheets or prepare your Excel files and then map the data, whatever data which we collected from there, and map according to the FBDI file. So FBDI is the one of the interface file based data integrator, the what you called it is a kind of Excel. That Excel we are going to use to import the open requisitions into cloud system. Okay, open requisitions into cloud system. So now the question is, we have to understand how we need to prepare the data, how we need to prepare the data into the as a FBDI file format. So let's show the things how we are going to prepare the file. So just I took one of the simple example, but going forward we are going to concentrate at least 2 to 3 sessions in order to get a complete grip on the requisitions. Okay, now what what I was keep on telling, FBDI file format. So is the file or is the tool which are used to push the data from external source to cloud system. Now in order to how from where we are going to download that particular file format. So who will be providing? So it will be providing by Oracle, and we can download from docs.oracle.com. Let me go back. So go to Google, docs.oracle.com. So Oracle Help Center, go to Fusion Cloud Applications. So here we have a procurement, go to all books. So before downloading the FBDI file format into your local machine, you have to check what is the version of your application. So how to check that one? Go to your application, open this. Here about this application, once you see that, it will show what is your version of your application. So now it is mine is 22B. So now we are also in the 22B page in the help center. Then here we have to go file based data import for Oracle Procurement Cloud. Click on HTML. Here we have to download import requisitions. Import requisitions. So click on this XLSM format. So this is the first activity you have to do, and you have to bring the file format from the Oracle Help Center. Now show all. Click on this. So I'm showing just brief about that. Yeah, this is already open. Let me close this. So this file, this import file, requisition import file, so it is my enable. Okay. So if we see here, how many sheets? Header sheet, line sheet, and distributions. So this is a very simple, what do you call sheet. So actually, when you go to import, item import or sales order, we'll find a lot of sheets. But here, one good thing is we have only 3 sheets: header, lines, interface. Now we'll see how we are going to what do you call fill the data. Okay, so what columns are mandatory? So already, just example wise, I prepared my Excel file. Let me open that. This is the one, right? So let us go back, downloads. So this is the one. So first we have to see what is the header. In the header file, guys, I'm telling most mandatory columns as well as some of the optional columns. So header key, interface header keys, right? It will decide, it will, what you call, hold the row, one row. Suppose, for example, if you have, suppose 3 rows are there, it means that 3 requisitions, 3 requisitions. So in the first, this, since I took one here, so I can make it out, multiple ones. So now, I mean, in the same session, so we'll see that. So interface header key is a mandatory. You can give any number, source, any source, just to recognize what is the source. For example, we have in the requisition import, we have multiple sources. So some of the what you call requisitions are coming from Amazon. Some of the things will be coming from any different source systems, maybe OPS or whatever source systems which have legacy systems. You can give this one. And here mandatory is requisition BU. So for which BU you are trying to what do you call pushing the or preparing or creating the requisitions. So what is a batch ID? Batch ID is optional, but as I mean recommended best practice, you can give any batch ID here. Okay, so you may have a question. So for example, I have a 10 rows or 100 rows. What is my batch ID? Batch ID you can give as a one for all, not a problem. Okay, and status is here. There are 2 status. One is incomplete and approved. So here, if it is incomplete, system will create requisition as incomplete. If it is approved, we have to give the what is the approver name. So I'm going with the incomplete. This is mandatory. And who is entering? So entered by means requester and description. That's all. Rest of the things are completely optional. Completely optional. So if you have any additional attributes, you can use. But here at last, externally managed, this has to be filled. Here what it is telling, it is telling whether requisition is visible and can be managed in self-service procurement. If it isn't, then it will be visible. So whenever, if you are once importing has been done, if you want to see the requisition in self-service procurement, you have to give as n. If you're not giving any value here, system will give another. Okay, so this is the one which I have to give. So what I'm trying to do is I'm taking same thing, just copy, test, paste. I'm creating 2 requisitions. Okay, so rest of the things are same. So if you want to differentiate, you can give something here. That's all the header part. So for that, save this. Next, go to lines. So each requisition having how many lines? So now if you see here, so my header key is what? Header key is 2000. Okay, because 2000 already I created. So I'll go with the 2001. This will be 2003. Now, if you go to requisition lines, so one requisition should have a multiple lines. That is the way I define here. And here also 3000 already used, 3001 also used. I can go with 3002. Here it is 3003. So what is required here? Destination type, as we know, there are two things: expense and inventory. So currently I am preparing this import for expense. Okay, so let me copy this. I am copying here because I have a two requisitions, correct? So here it will be 4, this will be 5. It is 2, this is. So what I'm doing here, I'm making relation, connection of my lines to the my header. So this connectivity can be achieved using interface line key and interface header key. Okay, so expense and delivery location, which delivery location you want to what you call procure the goods, and requester name, as you know, item description, because here I am creating for non-catalog. So it is just for testing purpose. You can give whatever name you want. So next session we'll see with item. Okay. So here I'm giving office just whatever categories which you have in your system or with these are self-explanatory. We don't need to spend a lot of time here. And lines, line type. So we have a goods and services. So I'm trying with the goods quantity and what is the currency? What is the currency of your business unit? And the price. So let me give here 20. This will 30. I'll give 30. 30. Okay. So here procurement BU. So after creation of your creation, what is the procurement BU? And agreement also we'll see later. So we observed, right? Manually we observed PR can be created along with the BP or CP. Okay. And rest of the things are 0. Nothing is required here. Then save the form. So now lines interface is over and distributions. In the distributions, if you see interface line key, here also we have a interface line key. So we have to give same line key here. 302, 303, right? This is 302, 303. Okay, so here this will be 1, 2, this will be 3. See here percentage. If you have a distribution, multiple distribution, then you can give 50% and quantity and amount you can define here. So I need to copy this. So what is matter here? That is important. 4, 5, right? This is 4. This is 5. This is 4, 5. Okay. So make what is the make quantities here? 30 again. That's fine. So I'll give 30. And what is the amount? 20. 30 more 3 into 6, 6. Okay. So this is the quantity and this is the amount we have to define. And if we have the requisitions created against project, we have to give the project name. But projects, that is additional part in the requisitions, I'm not touching that. And what is required here is it is required. These are additional attributes, guys. Charge account is mandatory. Charge account is mandatory. If you're not providing the charge account, system cannot cannot import the things. Okay. So I observed the issues, common issues. I'll explain later. So these are the charge account I have given. and for second line also I given the charge. Rest of the things are not required. Save the form. Okay, these are the connection of distributions to lines to header. Okay, now save the form. Go to instructions, generate a CS. Order import. So I'm taking same. So it will generate 3 files because 3 sheets are there. System generate the 3 files individually, and everything will be merged into the CSV file. Okay, so now I have done my FBDI preparation. Then, so what else it is there here? Import, prepare, and then connect to system, connect to application. So here we have to go to tools, schedule process. So you should have a minimal job roles. Procurement requester is the role which is required in order to run the schedule program. Okay. So schedule program, what is the program name? Click on schedule new process. So first we are doing the data we are pushing to interface tables. So what is the program name? Load interface file for import. Click on OK. And what is the import process name? Here, import equations is the program name. Import equations is the program name. Import equations. So we have to select the data file. So it is 626, right? Very good. Select your CSV file, click on OK. Now what system is doing? System is pushing the data into where? Interface tables. Interface tables. First it will push into interface tables. This is the everyday process, guys. So for all the everyday files, all the everyday process is common. First, preparing the everyday file, pushing the data to interface tables to load interface file for import with a specific program. And once it has been successful, then using same program, whatever program we are using, with help of that, push the data into base tables. So once you push the data into base table, then only the related things, I mean the requisitions, whatever you tried, those things will be stamped into the application. So now if I see, so every what you call the program having process IDs, and you can check it out. So what is first one? This is the first one. Okay, so from here, how many programs has been done? System automatically done. 1, 2, 3 programs. Okay, so everything is successful. So now data is present in the interface tables. Now what I am doing, moving the data to the base tables. Okay, so automatically the equation B will come, and because the file having only one B, you can make multiple, I mean you can create your everyday file with multiple BUs as well. But here you have to select while pushing the data to base tables. But since I have usually, the best practice is we should have only single BU which is present in the everyday file. Okay, so whenever if you want to grouping anything by group by and initial approval after equation import, it is no RS. If you want yes or no, you can select. Okay, so let us select yes. So that's all here. These are all like default things are there. You can proceed with the default, not a problem. And error processing level. So partial or all. So whenever any errors will come, whether we need to process that or what is the level. So that is the significance of that. Then click on submit. Even batch ID also not required, since these are the mandatory. Wherever it is mandatory, just provide those things. Now system started requisitions. If you see here, requisitions started. Now, wow, it is successful. Let's see, is there any errors? So once you click on this, you can find what you call details of your program, attachments, or details like a log file and text files. See, text file and log file came, and if you open the text file, system will show what are the equations has been created through FBDI. How it is created, super. So two are created. So let me check it out in my application, because in my application I have some approval issues. Somebody has done some mess up. So I was keep on trying to rectify the issues. It was not happened. Let us see. Let us see on that. Okay. See, manage requisitions. What are those? 3839, right? 3839. If you see here, 3839 has been created. But the problem is, I told no, the approvals is not working. That is the reason system automatically throwing into rejected mode. Okay. See how beautifully system has created requisitions. Okay, before winding up, I'll show the common issues what I've faced during import is I pointed out in the header all last column external mapping, externally managed flag. So this should have a value either N or Y. Okay, if it is blank, system will give an error. So this is one of the point. Please note it down. And another thing is the code combinations. Whenever your charge component charge account combinations are invalid or it is not given, then system not allowed to proceed, not allowed to proceed to in order to push the data to the base tables. Okay, so hope this is much useful for integration point of view, and whatever FBDI file preparation and manually how we push the data to the cloud, everything we can do through automatic way. So that activity technical people should do. Okay, so with this having said that, I don't think so like much things we need to cover in this in this session. We'll see next class same requisition import using the items or requisition import using like a combination of BP all kind of stuff. Okay, so hope this will be much useful for you, and we're going to see in the next session with different topic. Thank you guys, thank you so much. Have a great wonderful day. Please subscribe the channel so that you people will get a lot of new things and might be it is useful for your day-to-day activities. Okay, take care, bye bye.